Boom, 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 boom. Is it working? Yep. It says it's starting. Yep, we get to go 1 minute early this time.
Ooh, fancy, fancy.
Yes. Receiving your content.
Spoiling
That's
people.
what it says. Are you guys there? Are we here? Oh, there we are. We're live. All right. Well, we've fortunately got power this day, unlike yesterday, where they did not
Well,
even explain why power was out.
probably
And
was some dude who was trying to steal copper. It's the only thing I can really think of.
yeah, it was a meth head trying to steal some copper, and he was just like, fuck it, I'll just steal this
No,
entire
that
transformer.
happened around here once. It took out power for like a 25-mile radius.
Really? Some guy, he didn't get
Yeah.
electrocuted by
No,
it?
he just took out an entire transformer.
Damn, son. He was into that shit. He was dedicated to the meth lifestyle. He was like, fuck that. I'm going to take this entire thing. All right, so yeah, we would have done this show yesterday, but now instead of going back in time and doing the show, it's now. What's then was
Mm-hmm.
then is now. And what's now is now. And prepare to fast forward. Anyways, I was in Mexico last week. It was amazing. I saw that you did a stream by yourself.
Yeah, I did.
Was that as everything you thought it would be and more?
Pretty much. I feel like I ran out of gas by the end, but it was just like that's really all you can really say about that.
Yeah, no, I came in and lurked for a
It,
little
it,
bit.
it,
I,
it wasn't the same.
I got an
You know?
alert on my phone that the dumpster fire was going live, and I was like, "Fuck, what the hell's going on?" And then I was like, "Oh, Tree streaming." Like I didn't even
Yeah,
think.
you've done it by yourself once or twice. Might as well return the
Yeah,
favor.
thanks, I appreciate it. That's
No
right. That's
worries,
why
man.
I get my bitches to work for me while I'm on. I get my hoes to work for me while I'm on vacation. That's how it works up in
Well,
here.
I was on the vacation too, and you work for me, bitch.
Oh, that's right.
Give
I
me
was
that.
a hoe. I was a hoe 2 times. All right. So, but Mexico is amazing. We did this all-inclusive resort, and it was very nice to not have to wear a shirt for like 6 days and have someone come up to you and say, "Sir, margarita, margarita frozen. Do you want margarita frozen? Habla inglés? Yes, I habla inglés. Yes, yes. Do you want the daiquiri?" And I'd be like, "Yes, come bring me a daiquiri." And that was it. And then we went on a catamaran. That was fun. I might have had a little bit too much to drink on the catamaran. And we got to meet the dolphins, as you all saw on Twitter, if you follow me on Twitter at 5pointsvids. So that's all. And then we sat around and then drank unlimited frozen margaritas basically the whole time. For me anyways. But they also had a pretty nice gym, so I didn't come back like super fat. So I was proud of myself. And then in the world of sports, the Mets dropped 2 or 3 from the Braves, and our favorite character, Antonio Brown, is up to his
Antonio Brown.
shenanigans. Yes, which you guys will talk about in the Snapper chat, so we won't get into that too much. I'm sure. Now we're gonna read all the Snapper chats from yesterday. So if you guys contributed yesterday, I appreciate that. It doesn't look like anyone brought up Baker Mayfield's comments yet on Daniel Jones. Um, excuse me. For those of you that don't know, Baker Mayfield was questioning why the Giants took Daniel Jones at number 6 when me and you laughed very heartily when the Cleveland Browns selected Baker Mayfield number 1 overall.
Oh, I also laughed when they picked Daniel Jones.
We
So
did, yes. So yeah, I'm not faulting him for saying what he did. This is what from an article in GQ that was published a month or interviewed a month ago or something like that. So why don't y'all just focus on finishing 8-8, Cleveland number
why
one
don't you
overall?
focus on finishing the season first before you start talking shit?
How miserable are you gonna be if the Cleveland Browns win 10 games? How
Honestly,
fucking
I wouldn't feel that bad. The main thing I'd probably be is the fan base is going to be really fucking insufferable, and we'll all understand why. Because they
yeah,
dealt with nothing but shit for 20 years, and you suddenly get good, and you suddenly think you're hot shit. Same thing happened with Jacksonville's fans last year.
yeah, yeah. Their nuts have
So,
been
I mean, I'm awaiting it.
Yeah, their nuts have been tucked so far up their anus for the past decade that they're just ready to teabag people, and so like they're just trying to pull them out of there. You know, they're just like, ugh,
Mm-hmm.
ugh, can I just put this on urinating tree's head? I need
Like
to
I
put
said,
this.
could you imagine if they just were awful again?
Oh my
How
god,
broken would that fan base be?
they would be like at the end of 1984 when they break the main character. That's how they would be, just completely resigned to the fact that the thought police fucking owns them. That's what would happen. It would just be
I
sad.
love Big Brother, also known as Jimmy Haslam. I love him.
Yes, I love Big Brother. Uh huh. All right, so let's get to these snapper chats because we've got 2 days worth now because I fucked up and it was all my fault that the power went out and I couldn't figure out an alternative. But I will start and then we will bounce back and forth like two balls in a yam bag.
The
Yep. All right, El Cris for $2. Tree, how does it feel to get rid of the cancer, AB?
I was saying it since the beginning. It's good. I didn't even bitch about the return. Everyone bitch about, oh, you only got a third and a fifth, but it's like, dude, he needed to go.
You got something, right?
Yeah, they had to pay the cancer tax. It's inevitable.
Cancer tax.
I mean, let's be real. You having fun with him yet? That's all I'm
Uh,
saying.
Speaking of cancer tax, like Odell is talking shit about the Giants, and I'm just like, hey, why don't you go back and underperform in a playoff game if you guys make it there, Odell?
Talking about a boat party.
Yeah, have a little boat party with
Hmm.
Sterling Shepard and Victor Cruz and maybe try to catch some balls that are thrown your way when Eli puts it right on the fucking money and you just drop it like furniture falling out of AB's 13th story apartment. But yeah, I just don't think that Odell has any reason to talk right now. And he
Mm.
tries to say
It's
that,
it's OBJ.
yeah, he's trying to say that it wasn't a business move, but it's kind of like I you don't wonder why he was traded now with all this talk that's coming out of his mouth. It's he was a cancer, to be honest. And good for him though. He's got Cleveland all excited until they finish 7-9 again. And Freddie Kitchens gets fired after 1 year like Shadinsky did. And then they
I'd be
hire
shocked if they went 7-9 or 8-8.
I
I
would
see
be
either 12
too.
and 4 or 4 and 12.
I would be too. I think they win 10 games and they talk a lot of shit and they get eliminated probably in the first or second round. But oh my gosh.
Imagine them getting eliminated to the Steelers.
If they I don't think the Steelers are going to make the playoffs and that's for the
Yeah,
NFL predictions show. But if they win a playoff game, then that passes the torch to the Detroit Lions handily as the worst franchise in the NFL.
technically they already kind of have been for a while. It's just Detroit's been mostly mediocre while Cleveland's been a burning tire fire.
Yeah, yeah. But they did man down to a worse 0-16 than Detroit did. So,
Yeah, they went more spectacularly
yeah,
and
they
they went
went
up them.
0-16.
Yep.
Hmm.
Just like Detroit every time they get one upped in every single category. Now all we need is like a bunch of generational talents to quit in their prime and one up Detroit in that regard too.
They need no. What they need is mediocre talent to quit in their prime. Like Matthew Stafford just needs to retire and just be like, "I'm fuck this. I'm out of here." And then and then it just continues to get worse when average guys start quitting before their time's up. They're just like, yeah, we set the bar even lower
So that should be.
now. Okay, let's move it along. Ah.
Hmm. That we should do. The Squid for $5. The regular season hasn't even started yet, and Oakland is already regretting trading for the Diva. As I said, I told you. I've been telling you this for a while now, and it doesn't matter if he still plays. I didn't think he was never going to play again. I think he'll have like the stats, but he won't do anything productive. It'll be a detriment on the sideline.
Do you know what's
That's AB.
bothers? You know what I find very bothersome about Antonio Brown is that he does all the little things that you would want a football player to do. Like he studies his routes, he knows his routes, he knows where he's supposed to be. He does all the drills. Like he does all the little shit. And you would love him as a football player if the space between his ears wasn't so fucked up, you know? Like and that's his problem. He's just a hell
His
of a
ego is his
talented.
downfall.
Yeah. Yeah. He's just it's annoying to think that someone that works that hard at his trade and is a gym rat and, does all the right things on the football field is just a fucking head case. So you get what you reap what you sow. Everyone knew that coming into this deal.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. James Amadei, $5. Football is back when baseball tickets are $4 and when it's dark at 9 o'clock. Wow, it got pretty dark in Mexico. It got dark at like 7:30 in Mexico.
Really?
It's like,
Oh, it's probably because like it's close to the equator, so they don't have like a more dissonant sunset time.
yeah. The angle of attack is, I guess a little closer to the equator. But dude, Mexico, it was hot down there. But man, I'm telling you. If you ever have a chance to do an all-inclusive, they didn't have much baseball there. I'll tell you that. But
You think they'd have like the Mexican League playing?
they do have the Mexican. They do have a Cancun team, and the taxi driver told me that they won the championship. It was really funny because one of the taxi drivers, he only spoke Spanish, but he wanted to talk, and he was like, "¿Qué hace para or qué trabaja or whatever." What do you do for work was what he said. And then I was like, ¿Conoces YouTube? And he was like, yes, sí. And I was like, I am YouTube. He just laughed. I don't know why I became a Russian in that moment. But it was like, yeah. And he was like, how you make money? Like he was basically asking in Spanish, like, how do I make money? I was like, oh, God. It's even worse in another language.
It's complicated.
Right. It's like not only do I suck at telling English people, like Americans, how I make money, but now it's even worse. I'm doing it in Spanish that I took 17 years ago or 25 years ago in high school. But I held my own. I was able to conversate with him. Yep.
Always conversate.
Always.
In the meantime, yes. Let's talk about Jared Froman. $2. Antonio Brown, the cancer that keeps on spreading. As I said, there's no placating that man's ego. The Steelers tried that 2 years ago. Look where it got him. Oakland tried placating his ego with $30 million guaranteed in an extension. Look how that's going.
He found
him entering camp in a hot air balloon.
So he found a shoot helmet, right? The one that he was looking for, and then they had to test it, which I assume is putting it in a hydraulic press. And then it failed the hydraulic press. It probably just cracked. They were like, fuck this dude. We're going to just crack this helmet. And then they cracked it. And then basically, after exhausting all his options, AB was like, I'm going to write a grievance to the league on a piece of notebook paper. like, as he was waiting outside, like, he's the guy that writes a bad Yelp review in the lobby of the hotel, like, as he's checking out. But he did it on paper and put it in the suggestion box and was like, here you go, Roger. Here, fuck you.
It's Bill Belichick writing on a paper napkin 2.0. That's what that is.
Yes. How much would you pay to read that poorly written grievance from Antonio Brown in paper?
He probably signed it NBC or something like really corny.
Mr. Big Chest?
Yes.
Right. Yeah. I would love to read that, Like, it would look like probably something Homer Simpson would write. Just really scribbly and just like... you know what, though? The one thing with AB is, like, he doesn't seem inarticulate from all the interviews. He doesn't seem that dumb. Like, he's not on a Jameis Winston level of butchering the English language. So maybe it's well thought out, but it's not going to be something like a new insight on Silas Marner on that piece of paper. It's definitely going to be...
You aren't getting the works of Aristotle.
Right. It's going to be a bulleted list. I think AB is going to be like number 1, right? Like, A, this helmet rule is some bullshit. And then it would be like, B, I don't, if I want to freeze my feet, nobody can tell me, why do you have to leak it to the media that I froze my feet? And then that was probably it, So. Yeah. All right, this is from Taylor Phillips. Right. For $1.99, awesome host of the Michigan Sports Truth, produced by Mark Mancini. I wish I could do his whole spiel, but it's
I don't think anyone can.
Right. Only Taylor Phillips can do it. You can follow him on Blog Talk Radio and Michigan Sports Truth. Awesome Lions video treat. That was a good video.
It needed to be done. I felt like now was the time. That's what I pretty much was waiting for. I was just waiting for the right time to do them.
I was surprised that you released it like now, but I was also very pleased. I was like,
It was like an
oh
introduction. I
yeah.
felt like I'm working on like a baseball vid right now,
That
so
you know
I'm hoping
the
for that to come out in the next few days. I was hoping to get it out on Thursday, but I got hit in a snag with the sponsor. Like they didn't like the way I was doing it, so I had to redo that and get it up to
yeah.
their standards.
I was gonna get a video
So
out today, but I lost power. Like I was
yeah,
literally in the middle of filming because I got Manscaped is back. What up?
ooh, Manscaped. There you
Manscaped is
go.
back. That's right. Your balls will thank
Your
you.
Manscaped is my SeatGeek.
Yep, that's right. Yeah, I know. Like you have SeatGeek, which pays your bills, and then I have Manscaped, which pays like all of mine. So,
Yeah.
anyways, but dude, I'm not gonna lie though. I know I'm being a shameless corporate whore. The straight razor that they gave me, hold on, is really good. Like this, I know it's great because it's free, but this thing right here, I shaved my head with it today. I wasn't even using fucking shaving cream, and I didn't even need it. That's how sharp that shit was. So, anyways, use my code point20. All right, you read the next one.
Mm-hmm. Hey, nothing wrong with that, man. I'm still using the stuff in the Dollar Shave Club, so
Yeah.
hey, nothing wrong with that. Jared Froman for $10. The Tigers have played solidly in their last 4 games against top teams. They could have won all 4, but were 1-3 because their bullpen is a joke. Also, they can't get a clutch hit to save their lives. Unfortunately, that's what happens when you're in a rebuild. You traded your best closer in Shane Green. Your bullpen's been a wreck. I mean, I knew that when they blew a 6-run lead to the Pirates back in June. You
Um.
also are like, I mean, it's not going well, but what can you do? It's a
Yeah.
rebuild.
You need to eliminate the one thing that you have left right now, which is hope, and just flush that right down the fucking toilet because you need to lose more games. Like you don't need to
That's pretty
win.
much the key of like every small market team. You just have to lose and lose a lot if
Right.
you're
And
not in a window.
you got
It's
to
it's ridiculous, but unfortunately, that's the reality because baseball has like a two-world system, and
Yeah,
Detroit's back to that small market mentality after Mike Ilitch died.
right. You got to rebuild. You got to do what the Royals did. Reinvest in your farm instead of spending 30 million on a fucking big name free agent. Put that shit in your farm system. Hire some good
Mm-hmm.
coaches that can teach these guys how to hit line drives with wooden bats and hit against the shift. And then maybe get some draft picks. Find a midget named Jose Altuve and a Gurriel somehow, and then you're fucking in the World Series. You know. The
Pretty
Blue
much.
Jay, the Blue Jays are going to be dangerous here in a couple
Blue
of
Jays,
years.
I feel like they're getting a bad return for a lot of their guys, but I mean, they've been blowing it up and they had to. The
They're
Royals
getting
are pretty much blowing it up, but they had to.
yeah. Marcus Stroman left the
So,
game, by the way, with tightness. That
oh,
fucking hurts.
oh, that's not
The
good.
Mets are winning, but I'm
Actually,
surprised
I think
they.
it's last I checked, they're tied at 2.
No, yep.
So,
Jose Ramirez triples in the top of the 6th. That's right. But yeah, Stroman's
Justin
out.
Wilson's in the game.
Um,
Surprised Yuri's Familia wasn't a tire fire. That's surprising.
Juris Familia.
Yeah. The issue is now I think Gesellman's going to be out for the year. So,
Yes,
that's
Gesellman
a
is
little tough.
done. He his flow is no more. His flow is no
Mm-hmm.
more. He's done. Is
Yeah,
it
I mean, at
Gesselman or
least it's better than
Gesellman?
Tyone.
Is
That's all
it
I'm going to say.
is it Gesselman or Gesellman?
I want to say it's Gesellman.
I thought it was Gesselman. I don't know. I mess up pronunciations all the time. I called him Andersley, not Andersley, right? Or
Yeah, the thing is, like, if I mispronounced his name, people would be all over me for it.
yeah,
So that
that's
might
true.
be.
But sometimes you can mispronounce something and people aren't sure and they're just like, "Oh, fuck. Should we go after this guy?" I don't know. Maybe that's an alternative.
And here's a Pirates update for you. They are currently getting their ass kicked again. 8
Tyler,
to
I did
nothing.
not see Shakira in Mexico. She's Colombian, I think.
I think she's Brazilian, I want to say.
No.
I
Hold
think
on.
she's Brazilian.
We got to look at pictures of her booty real quick while you read the next
Take a
one.
look, see. She's Colombian.
I said that.
You're both. I thought you
No,
said.
I said Colombian. I was right.
I thought you said Peruvian or something.
No,
Or Bolivian.
I said
I
Colombian.
don't know.
Everyone rewind the tape. Did I say Colombian? Yes. Press Y in the chat. They don't have enough
No,
pictures of her butt here. She is
got a
18,
nice
by the
bump.
way. Um, the Colombian girls are thick with 3 C's. Um, I don't see a single picture of her rear end. What is this? This is not. There we go.
Well, you gotta go on the unsafe.
Yeah.
I'll do the next Snapchat while you're looking up
Okay.
your Spank Bank material for the night. Paul
Yep.
Feinstein, who
No.
was on the show 2 weeks ago for $5. Thanks for letting me be on the dumpster fire. I had fun. Be honest, did y'all think I was good enough to be back? P.S. Sorry I stepped on your outro, UT. Can you do exam bit on Senile JR? Honestly, you didn't really step on my outro. You weren't really that bad, I
Yeah.
feel like.
And you weren't that
Like,
bad. I was.
no, not at all.
Yeah. I was a little concerned because I'd never talked to you. What do you give him? An 8 out of 10? Maybe
I give him
7.
like an 8, 7.5. I felt
Seven
like,
and a half.
he maintained a good conversation. We
Yeah.
had, there was a good flow.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah. I don't know about coming back though. You're gonna have to kiss major ass to come back.
You asshole.
No.
What are we,
No.
gatekeepers?
Maybe
Jesus
we'll
Christ.
see. We'll see. We'll see what we can do. But some nights it's just me and Tree. We like to keep it that way, and then other nights we're feeling generous.
We bring in the guests.
Yep.
I mean,
bring in the
we
guests.
bring in guests for other shit too.
Yes. If you
So.
like, yeah. Anyways, I don't want to seem like an asshole, but I am.
I mean, dude, we're all assholes. Let's be real, man. Come on.
All right, and there's Beast of Metal. Back again. Thank you, by the way. $5. Apropos of nothing. Is the S at the end of apropos silent? It is, right?
I think it is.
Apropos of nothing, I propose hockey talk. Specifically, rank the following 6 NHL teams based on their farm systems. This is all you, because I don't know shit about their farm systems. Anaheim,
I mean, like,
LA Kings, San Jose Sharks, Columbus Blue Jackets, Montreal Canadiens, and the Florida Panthers.
I need to look this up. I know Anaheim has a good farm system. LA's pretty low. They still got to build up a good bit. San Jose, they're kind of they traded a lot of their futures for that push. Like now, they traded a good bit for Carlson. They have Eric Evander Kane, so they're going to be hurting a little bit in that regard. Columbus, they're actually decent in the prospect front. Tessier is coming out of there pretty good. I have Merce Likens. I hear good stuff about. Dubois, you can technically still call a prospect. Sonny Milano hasn't really developed. He's been kind of a disappointment. Montreal has a decent prospect system.
They're fucking better. They've traded.
Yeah.
I mean, they have just gutted their team. They got rid of Patches. Their whole identity, Subban. They're stuck with Shea Weber, but like they should have a good farm team. But it's Bergevin. Like he doesn't know what he's doing.
He's kind of like a half in, half out sort of guy. Like he had like a vision thing. It worked out last year because Price and Weber returned to form. And even then, they still didn't make the playoffs. I like their speed, though.
Weber's aging
Florida,
like a cantaloupe in the sun, though. He's getting old, man.
Yeah.
He's getting old.
Florida is like, this is do or die year for them. If they don't do anything this year, I can see them blowing it up. Getting a lot of people fired. The prospect system's kind of meh. It's more in their young core. That's what their future is.
Yeah, Florida's got to do it this year, or they're
gotta do the Florida thing.
Got to do the fuck thing, or they're gonna be playing in, I don't know, where would they move Florida? Quebec City? Is that where they move them mid-season? Maybe they should split
Quebec.
time between there and Montreal. Just play in the Olympic Stadium. They
should move to Toronto for a second team.
Yeah,
that long lost Hamilton team.
Yeah. Hamilton, do you think they could support a fucking... No, Hamilton was tiny.
That's not dude, they were talking about it for a long time when Ball Silly was looking at buying it.
That's just too close to Toronto, man. Anyways.
You'd be trying to get the expats, and Hamilton isn't exactly a booming hotbed right now.
Yeah, look, we went there once, and we know all about fucking Hamilton. Like, we just know that shit. Y'all talk about who's thick up in the chat. All right, David Benjamin for $2. Garoppolo posted a 0.0 QB rating last night. He's only good if he's a Patriot. That's it.
Yeah, 1 out of 6 with a pick. It's the preseason, though. The sad part is we have no idea what the hell he is. And he's in year 2 of a massive contract.
Yeah. Today, I was on the MLB broadcast, and this guy, Tim Melville, he was playing in the Independent League a couple weeks ago and was called in as an emergency starter. and he pitched seven innings of one run ball today. And I was thinking, if this guy was an NFL quarterback, he'd be signed to a 4-year deal based off
He's
of
Matt
one
Flynn.
performance. Right.
Remember him? He had that one great game, and then he got signed to a huge contract by Seattle.
Yeah, Matty
Who would
Flynn.
be that?
Yeah. Good old Matty Flynn or Matt Schaub. Matt Schaub never even played when he was in Atlanta, and he became Houston's starter. Like, I'm like, how the
and
fuck?
that actually ended up biting Atlanta because they didn't have a quarterback.
Yeah, well, they got Matt Ryan, so
Yeah.
it worked out for them. You just never know. All right. Keep going.
Let's go on to this next little question. Beast of Metal 1989. It's the marathon session. Antonio Brown must have seen his twisted image mirrored in red, then broke the reflection into shards. Fortunately, within the serpent's gaze, he then saw the coming of a painful dawn.
That was deep, dude.
It was very deep.
Was that a
It's
dark?
like something out of Macbeth. You know, his ambitions get the best of him.
Was that a death metal reference somewhere in there? I think
Maybe.
so. Could be some.
It says, the next one is Credit Vicious Wrath by Christian of Assassination.
Ooh,
so that probably may be
death metal. That's something that, like, death metal is like something that you listen to and just like break shit. You're just like, fuck, I want to.
I use it as workout material sometimes.
You listen to death metal? I listen to LMFAO. Like when I work out, like a little bit of.
I think we need to stop the stream. You listen to LMFAO.
Yeah.
They've been irrelevant for like 5 years, man.
10 years. I can't believe it's been almost 10 years. No, I do not listen to L. Yes, I do. All right. I like more upbeat songs. Like I like songs with a rhythm. I don't think I'm like getting shredded in the name of death. Like I'm just trying to work out. Trying to get cut, you know? Saying? I'm getting there. I'm cut. Just need to do some more sit-ups. I'm 43, man. I'm almost 43. James Amadei, St. Louis Battlehawk sounds like a video game named Battlehawks with Barley WWE voice. Okay. Who's Barley in WWE?
I mean, you could technically say it's still better than the over-the-top try-hard names they had 20 years ago.
Who are the battle? Are these XFL names? Is that what you're saying? Yeah. Like I saw the New York team as the Guardians, and I tweeted out that I wanted them to be called La Guardians, and no one. I mean, y'all thought it was funny.
They took a lot of influence from some like other teams, like the Houston one. Mm-hmm. You get a definite reference to the Houston Oilers. The LA Dragons. It's like. Oh, that's the UAB logo.
I wish Pornhub would make a league, and then you could have a league like the Houston Jizz Mops, you know, and like the New York Cum Dumpsters, like those...
Cleveland Steamers.
Yep,
that's going to be the classic
Steamers. Name. Yeah,
and the classic rivalry against the Cincinnati Bowties.
Against the Austin Jelly Donuts. Do you know what a jelly donut is? You guys look that up on your own time.
A Berliner. Yep. Oh, jeez.
Do you know what a Greek pollock is? All right. The Cleveland Steamers take the league title. That would be great if Pornhub had a league, so they'd be like, "Oh, he penetrates the backfield." Like all right. I milked it. One too many jokes. You go ahead and read this next.
Yep. Beast of Metal 1989. Speaking of the Pens, the Wild hired Pens assistant GM Bill Guerin as the 4th GM in team history. Debate. Is he ready for the role, especially with the state of the Wild? Answer, no. Quite frankly, I feel he's inexperienced. He's too green. The issue there is I feel like they're making the same hire they did last time. Unproven assistant GM that, you know, marinated under an experienced GM, even though this one has significantly less experience than them. I'm not crazy about it, but I think they're kind of screwed either way.
Does a real GM just not want to go to Minnesota? Is that the problem? Is that why they're left?
They also it's nothing but retreads there. The only one I may have considered hiring is Hextall.
Hextall doesn't want to work for anyone but the Flyers. I think he's like that. If I can't have the Flyers, no one can have me. I think that's the case. You know, and Hextall. Do you think he would have had that job if he wasn't the greatest Flyer in the history of Flyerdom? Do you think?
He also had an assistant GM job. It's like it happens to a lot of people.
I'm just saying,
Like
man.
they bring in like the old guard in the hopes they get good.
I thought Hextall had that job because his name was Ron Hextall. To be fucking honest with you, but he did make a final, so. All right.
Waiting for Eric Lindros.
Yeah.
That's how I'm waiting for.
You want Eric
And then he can
Lindros?
underachieve just like he did after
Uh-huh.
years of concussion.
I take that back about Hextall. They did come one Patrick Kane fluke goal away from the Stanley Cup title. So, anyways.
I thought it was game 5, not game 7.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. But I don't remember that. I just remember I play it over and over again, and there's one angle of it where the crowd is like, "What just happened?" Like, they have no idea that the Blackhawks have just won the cup.
Mm-hmm.
Zachary Harden. Over under 5 games, Antonio Brown will sit out because reasons. Ooh, that one is tough to take action on.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going to play.
I'm going to say over. I think it'll take about 8 or.
I think under. I think he'll play 11 games. So he likes playing football for some reason. I don't know why. But he's already he was back on the practice field today. So, I mean, he's going to play unless he intentionally freezes his feet again. What if he's lost a step and he's just hiding it? You know? All right, everyone's talking about the Carolina Cum Sox. All right, it's not. You know what? It's not a dis. You know what? The only way to get demonetized now, apparently, is say some racist shit.
You got to talk about drama.
Yeah, or bring up
or talk about right-wing politics.
Yeah, bring up right-wing politics, or possibly mention a YouTuber that either committed suicide or did heinous things, and then that will get you demonetized. And it looks like we're going for it. We are going for it. All right, you got this.
We've been going for it since we started.
I know. We always
$594.
Yep.
$5. Who will win the AFC North? Also, my birthday is tomorrow. I'll be turning 25. Damn, happy birthday, man.
Happy birthday, buddy. Real life.
Who will win the AFC North? I mean, I feel like it's like a coin.
Gosh.
I mean, do you go for the unproven commodity, the proven commodity, or the total wild card?
I think the Ravens probably do it, and then, yeah. The Ravens.
I kind of feel Browns. I don't know why.
You feel the Browns are going to get a division title?
Maybe. Either Browns or Steelers.
The Steelers are not making the playoffs. But anyways.
I feel wild card at best.
You have got some false hope up in that head of yours.
Oh,
for someone that hates
false hope.
For someone that hates
man.
the Steelers, you just got rid of your best running back, right? And your best wide receiver. And you've lost your best linebacker in the last 2 to 3 years. You're due for an anal raping.
Oh, that's if like injuries kill them, which it's very possible. They had like no injuries last year and they still underachieved as shit.
I don't know, but I'm trying to be the reality check here. But did Ben Roethlisberger get any younger this offseason?
No, and they doubled down on him. They should have gotten rid of all of them, but that's just me.
Yeah, they should have cleaned house. Salty Yins. Now they could possibly make the playoffs. They could. I'm not.
As I said, wild card at best.
But I'm not making such a.
I don't think they go far, but.
Yeah, they're not a Super Bowl team. I'll tell you that. But You never know. No one said that the fucking Rams were. Well, I said the Rams were. I don't know.
I thought they would have been a contender.
Yeah.
I think everyone had them winning the division and going for.
The NFL is so weird, though. It's so weird. One guy breaks his leg in two, and then the whole season's fucked. Jared Froman. My 22nd birthday is in 3 days. Oh, wow.
Hey, happy birthday, man. Everyone's getting their birthdays.
Fall babies.
We're all getting old.
I'm turning a certain age very soon. And I'm taking my dad to the Mets-Nats game. And I think I'm going to be on that broadcast. So, for the chat. So I'll be live chatting at the game.
Fancy.
Park. So if your fans happen to live in Nats Park September 4th, come to the afternoon game. It's a Wednesday day game, so you probably need to find an excuse to get off of work. All right, you keep the train rolling.
That I can. Sir Beast of Metal 1989. I'm getting all of his, damn. For $5. Breaking NASCAR fans voice overwhelming support to runner-up of Bristol Night Race. Opinion, someone pick up De Benedetto for next year. He's earned it.
Yeah, didn't he have like an odd sponsor? Something I forget.
I think most of the smaller ones have like odd sponsors or have limited sponsorships. That's
Yeah,
been
but
their
he's
issue.
killing it. The Benedetto guy. It was like something like Pornhub or something was his sponsor, right?
Pornhub would be a smart sponsor.
It would be, because that's like they know their target demographic, right? NASCAR, they'd be like, "Whoa, hey, we'll check that out after." Uh huh.
Actually, I think one was like a Slayer. Like they wanted that one. I don't think it was him, but Slayer wanted to sponsor it, and then NASCAR got into a pissy fit, and they had to redo the sponsor.
Really, really,
Yeah.
huh?
Look up Slayer NASCAR.
What is Slayer? Is that like a brand?
No, Slayer is a band.
The actual band Slayer wanted to sponsor him? Like,
Yes.
that's
Yeah,
awesome.
if due to reactionary concerns. Yeah, that
Wow.
was Tyler Reddick.
Slayer has
Like
never
he had
really
a
said
Megadeth
any.
theme. JJ Yelly. JJ Yelly was the guy with Slayer.
Wow. I would love to see, like Motorhead sponsor a NASCAR ride. That would be fitting, right? You know?
Cannibal Corpse.
Yeah. Maybe maybe Skid Row should sponsor a NASCAR ride, and Sebastian Bach.
Too much hair.
Too much hair. Too much hair. All right. This is from a friend of the show. Who read this? Is it my turn?
I think it is your turn, sir.
Glad to see the dumpster fire burns bright ever so. Looking forward to college ball. What's more likely this Saturday, Gator Purses or Lau Canes? Also, I think, Dodge, you're doing a stream after the show, right, on Twitch? So you can post a link in the chat.
She did one yesterday when we got canceled, and she's going to do another
she
one.
invited me to come on, but I still didn't get power until late in the night, and I was exhausted because it was hot up in here. Yeah, the dude Lemmy did die. You're right. But they can still, the brand can still sponsor a NASCAR. Their music lives on, just like Michael Jackson kind of still sells a lot of records, even though he's dead. I think the Gators are going to be good this year. That's what I think. So, they can't be bad forever, right? There's got to be alumni money or some shit coming in there, right? Eventually.
I'd say Lowell Canes because it's Miami.
It is.
Narratives. Lowell.
Narratives.
John Mack for $5. Donald Trump may claim to be the chosen one, but we all know the real chosen one is Captain Fat Fuck Leader of Men. How can I get down with that?
He ascended from heaven, which he did on a grease slide full of
No, he ascended from heaven on a motorbike that crashed onto the freeway, and he survived.
Right, without a helmet on, and he just went through the windshield of a car because his fat face just bounced off of the fucking. I'll say this: Ben Roethlisberger, he is a fat fuck, but he is a tough son of a bitch. Like he's like the guy that if he was like right, like if he was an agent and they needed to torture him, he could probably take 72 hours of torture. His
body's gonna break down on him by the time he's 45.
That's true. That's
the cost. He's got millions of dollars. So.
I don't know what amount of money. Would you rather have diarrhea for the rest of your life or just be killed instantly?
Probably killed instantly.
Yeah. I mean, like explosive
diarrhea would be a little painful.
Right. You ever have that diarrhea where you like put your head into a towel and you're just like, God no, God no. Like you eat some Indian food. All right, Aaron Sherwood for $1.99. Sherwood. Would you be surprised if AB doesn't play this year? Yeah, I would be very surprised.
I would be very surprised too. He'll play.
He'll get his ass.
AB is too much of a competitor and too ambitious not to play.
Yes. He likes the glory. He likes the spotlight, and he can only get it either by being a jackass to the media, but that'll die down once the regular season starts. He can't be the attention whore of all.
Niles Ayer for $5. Tree, do you think EDP 445 is the most famous person associated with the Eagles, with the exception of Wentz and Foles? I mean, Randall Cunningham, Donovan McNabb, Andy
Rodney
Reid,
Pete,
Rocky,
some guy
Santa
named
Claus.
right Santa Claus, Darren Dalton's kid that got booed. But I think EDP is the most famous person
Like
associated with
fan.
the Eagles that broke his dick while masturbating. I think that is the most famous category right there. He seems like a connoisseur of Pornhub. He would be like, "Yes, that is my ride right there. I will."
He's a master, man.
Yes, EDP is hilarious. Oh boy, read this next one.
Oh God, Fives Tree, can you do a duet of a Creed song?
I think
I
I'd
did
rather.
one during the trade deadline, and it was like, oh God, I don't want to do that
I don't know.
again.
Diarrhea sounds a little bit better than doing a duet of a Creed song. Which
No,
one
we
would
just got to drink copious amounts of whiskey and then do it like that.
what would we do?
That's
What's the Creed song? With open arms, or what is it? With arms wide open.
well, wide open.
Yes.
With
I bet you. With arms wide open. With my sphincter wide open.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's I don't listen to
Who's
fucking
worse,
Creed.
Creed or Nickelback? What would you do there?
Creed.
Creed? No,
Like
Nickelback's way worse.
Nickelback's at least, like streamlined mediocrity.
Is
Creed is
Creed?
just
I think Nickelback's Canadian though. What is Creed? Are they Americans? Because I'll
I
give
think they are American.
the first. Thank God, the first entry that comes up for Creed is the movie, not the fucking band.
Good.
Scott, what's his name? Didn't he
Scott
almost
Stapp.
Scott
Yeah, he got
Stapp?
publicly drunk on a concert. They
Yeah,
had to get kicked out,
his
and the world was better for it.
guy's named after an infection. Yeah, they're from Florida. So I'll give the edge to the. I'll be racist and say that Nickelback is worse than Creed because they're
Well, I mean, so
non-Americans.
Scott Stapp's pretty much Florida man. Fun
Yeah,
times, got
he
it.
is. Well,
Golf King for $2. I want my Maple Leafs.
ooh, I want my maple syrup. Maple Leafs should be good next year, but what is his name? Nylander still doesn't have a contract, does he?
Marner's still out.
No,
I mean, a lot of
Marner's
people are
out.
still out of
That's
contracts.
right.
Yeah, Marner.
Marner.
So
They're
and
just
there's
fucking,
nothing really on that front either. So
those two. They're playing a giant game of fucking chicken, is what they're doing, and
you
who
can say that
knows?
about every team, technically.
Yeah, but
There are a lot of free agents out there still.
nobody's made it qualified to him yet, right? Isn't he RFA?
Oh, yeah, I mean, technically, they don't really offer qualified offers to anyone. I mean, Montreal offering a qualifying offer, that was extremely rare. There's like a gentleman's agreement and stuff.
Yeah, I think the thing is like, yeah, if you offer the qualified, that pretty much ends the process, right? Like that basically means that like
Well, they have to match it, or else they have to get, or you're getting draft picks for it.
plus that also says, hey, the next time I have an RFA up, I know who's going to offer them a qualify, who's going to give them a
Pretty much.
qualified
And
offer.
Montreal has a couple coming up.
Right.
I think
And
they've got
so,
Domi and Cook and the Emmys going to be coming up in a few years.
yeah, so they're about to get a fucking nice little fuck you very much from somebody else. Alex Moreno for $199. The Denver Broncos, the NFL's TWA 800 Lao Cow. So some shit's already happening with the Broncos that I've paid attention. I think the punter got they had a punt and the punter for the Niners tackled the dude, and that was already funny. And then I did see former Bronco Paxton Lynch get decapitated in a game.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, and
like his head like literally went backwards.
yeah, it was like, and then he was just got up and was like, ah, fuck it. I play NFL football. I guess I don't need my neck or my head.
Yeah.
Look at this photograph. What I wonder
Every time it makes me laugh.
I wonder how long of a shit Chad Kroger had that took him to write that song. He was like, oh boy, I ate some fiber earlier. I'm going to write this entire song called Photograph while I take this hot dump on the toilet and then end up with the same product after. Okay. All right. You get this next one.
Yep, that I
Gadzooks.
can. Gadzooks For $5, with the NFL season about to start, which games do you guys think will underachieve and overachieve?
Ooh, that's a good one.
I would say
Underachieve. Does that include the playoffs? Because I think the Maple Leafs will underachieve again in the playoffs.
we're talking NFL, not NHL.
Oh, NFL. Oh, I thought it said NHL. Oh, NFL. Who's going to underachieve? Wow.
I'm gonna say the Texans, just because of all the shit that's happening.
That maybe I think maybe the Rams underachieve. I think
Rams are kind of at that point too. I can see them. I can uh, see maybe the Saints underachieving if like Breeze falls
Ooh,
apart.
wow. They're gearing up for a Super Bowl run. What are you talking about?
If Breeze falls apart,
It's true. But everyone waited for him to do that last year, just like they waited for Brady.
it's showing
Overachieve,
cracks.
overachieve for some reason. I
Overachieve.
I think the
I can
Redskins.
see. I can see the Dolphins overachieving
Really.
with Fitzpatrick. They go like 6-10.
For some reason, I keep thinking that the Redskins are going to overachieve, like 7 wins or something, and maybe contend for the division title early, and then
Did you see
shit
it
the
like
bed.
last year? You know, they go five and
Yeah,
two and then
yeah,
just flame out.
yeah. That could happen. Could happen, or they could just be awful. I don't know. It's so hard to predict the NFL. It's fucking hard, man.
Mm-hmm.
VL Rogaspel '09. VLR Gospel. I fucked that up. Holy shit. VLR Gospel '09. Was the panel on rebranding a YouTube channel from Con Bravo recorded, and will it be on YouTube? Yeah, I actually did record it, but it was kind of shaky. The audio wasn't all that great, but you know what? I can throw it up on the DF. Why not? It's
And then
it's a,
everyone will be like, "Well, I can't hear."
yeah.
Fucking
If
horrible.
if I can salvage the audio, I will put it up. How about that? But I looked at it and it wasn't that great. So, um,
That's the problem. I mean, like
yeah.
the microphones were kind of. It was like kind of like that old '70s style
Yeah, I
microphone.
couldn't. Yeah, the mics were not good. I don't know, man.
Yeah. I mean, that's not on Com Bravo. That's just the equipment they were issued
Yeah,
from the convention center
I
itself.
know. I should have brought some lav mics. I went to buy a lav mic today, but I didn't because they were out of stock. And then the guy that sold it to me was like, "Yeah, some big Twitch streamer came in here yesterday up in Best Buy, and I had no
We
idea."
technically what we should have done is we should have brought the Yeti mic, but I don't know if it would have gotten past customs.
Well, I just would have said it's my dildo, and they would have been, sure it is. Sure
Progressive
it is.
Canada.
That's right.
Anime Holotops for £2 or €2. Tree, can you tell me about the O's game you went to?
Oh,
This was 23-2. It was we weren't expecting, like a massive blowout. We were expecting something a little rough because, the night before they lost like very tight. It was like 3-2. It wasn't going to be anything crazy. By the fifth inning, it was like 11 to like nothing. It's like, Jesus God, this is hilarious. And it just kept coming. And it was hilarious. Once he hit that, Jordan Alvarez hit that grand slam, I think I was just laughing hysterically for the rest of the night.
it's like they're trying to give up home runs. That like they are really trying hard to get
They
shut.
just tied the record tonight, even though
Really,
they're up 8-1.
it is fucking August 21st, right?
Yes, exactly. They're going to shatter the record.
They have an entire month and 10 days of baseball left to toss cookies up there like they're at a fucking Keebler Elf factory. And they're just like, here you go, hit that shit out. There you go. They got to play other teams, right? Who's left on their schedule? A lot of fucking bangers, right? I could imagine. They got to play the Yankees, right? Uh huh. I'm sure Gary
No, they're done with the
Sanchez.
Yankees.
Oh, they're done with the Yankees?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck.
And the Nats just scored 2 more runs. It is 10-0 or 11-0.
All right, hold on. I'm getting an alert. Oh, it's still tied 2-2
Yep.
with the Mets. Connor Thompson, hey, what's up?
What's up,
Question.
Connor?
Philly Surge or Choke? Miami Marlins Thugs. Phillies are a fourth place team right now. Like
They're in
draft
like third or fourth right now.
They
I
are
think they're tight.
they are, but they're you know what? It's getting real tight. The NL East somehow became the beast in the league. You know,
That's what I expected it to be when it first started the year. I expected it to be like one of the best divisions in baseball.
I thought the Nats were gonna suck ass, but they have showed up big time.
I had them making the wild card.
Yeah.
So They're around pace for me.
I don't know, man.
Although
I cannot make any predictions. Like my heart wants the Mets to win that second wild card, but they still have an uphill climb, you know. So
problem is, like, I mean, the NL is just so tightly packed that it's not just the NL. You have three teams in the NL. You have two teams in the NL Central. I mean, the Giants and Diamondbacks are still kind of lingering around barely.
D-backs lost terribly today. I mean, in a game that they had to win against a guy that was in the Eastern League a month ago or whatever.
Inconsistency's been their issue
Yeah,
all year, man.
and
Like,
he was making them look silly, and they
I,
have a potent offense. Go
I
ahead.
think they should blow it up.
Yeah.
I mean, they technically have been for the last like year or so.
All right. Let's finish
But
this
like
out.
last year was supposed to be their shot, and they failed.
Will the Yanks
I
ever
think they get
fold?
rid of like Peralta, um, Robbie Ray, guys like that. I think they're gone.
They've got players, man, and I was listening to the broadcast. I mean, they got rid of Goldschmidt and Greinke and all those players to clear room. They're gonna sign some guys. I don't think they're. I don't know unless they're going into full turtle mode, where they're just like, fuck it, we're gonna suck forever until we're good
Question
again.
is, do you think you'll get past the Dodgers or maybe the Padres?
No, no, they've got too many teams to hurdle.
Yeah, that's the
Diamondbacks.
problem.
No.
Like, I mean, like the Rockies are still going to pretend they're competitive, even though their pitch is such a disaster. They'll have to completely overhaul it.
Yep.
And then the like the Giants are still, they're in their own rebuild.
Yep. Do you guys want us to be here till 10:30? That's fine. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. We owe them a little bit, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Jack
Uh,
Danaher, $2. If Freddie Kitchens can coach, the Browns are good. That's the key word is if. They got a lot of alpha males in that room, but if he can corral them, that's going to be the coaching job of the year.
yeah, I know. If they win 10 games, he is coach of the year for sure. He talks a good game, but he also is unproven. I don't know. They were looking pretty good under Greg Williams. If Greg Williams was the coach from day one last year, they made the playoffs. So,
Well, it's because Hugh Jackson was such a disaster. They could have buttoned like maybe a pylon or like a blocking sled as the head coach, and they would have done significantly
they
better.
could have used the plow as the head coach, and that would
Pretty
have been,
much.
manscaped it all up. Uh-huh. All right. I'm not going to lie. This is from the Johnny Walker Show. That's a show all about just getting wasted off of bourbon, right?
Hey, Johnny Walker's good shit.
It is good shit. I'm not going to lie. Being a Detroiter sucks. If one man has 3/4 of your teams down, it's just sad. All I say is at least we got Detroit City FC. No regrets. No regrets. I guess the MLS team
Like,
is okay.
yeah, the Pistons are just mediocrity
Yep.
defined.
The Red Wings are in fucking permanent rebuild right now.
Yeah, the Red Wings are trying to dig out of their
Lions,
situation. The
Lions,
Tigers have
they
been digging out
trash.
of their
Yep.
situation.
Lions,
And the
they
Lions
trash.
are the Lions.
They trash. Wow, Alex Moreno with a bunch right here. How about you read all of these Alex Morenos right here?
Ooh, marathon session. Let's go. For $2, Seattle team, poop socks or salmon?
I gotta go with the poop socks for
I mean,
sure.
it has to be the Kuta or the Rain City bitch pigeons.
Rain City
One I
bitch
keep hearing about.
pigeons. I like that. I like that.
That's one
Uh-huh.
sneaking around the internet.
Uh-huh.
Tree Limp Biscuit is better than Avenged Sevenfold. I
Ooh.
mean, I'm not even an Avenged Sevenfold guy, and that's like, my 12-year-old edgelord self would agree with that.
Limp Biscuit or System of a Down?
Gotta go System of a Down because they had some good beats. They were just inconsistent as hell.
You're picking System of a Down over Limp Biscuit.
Yeah.
Unfriend. How do I unfollow you on Twitter?
Okay, you can do that as I go on
At
to
least
Alex Moreno.
At least Limp Biscuit had that one that I did it all for the nookie. It's kind of catchy, right? The cookie, so you can take that fucking cookie and stick it up your ass. And then that was the keep on rolling, 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 rolling.
Oh God, no.
rolling, rolling, rolling. What? All right, just finish.
Alex Moreno, what is the worst NFL stadium in the Super Bowl?
Worst NFL stadium currently, or just Tulane played a Super Bowl at Tulane Stadium. That is the worst that ever hosted a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, There's some. I think Ralph Wilson before they upgraded it was pretty fucking bad.
I
Pretty
would
bad.
say maybe like the Astrodome, maybe.
Ooh, the Astrodome was terrible. Even in its
The
heyday.
Hubert H. Humphrey Metrodome, like all the old cookie cutter domes would
Three
probably be
River.
it, or
Do
the
you
cookie
put
cutter stadiums.
Three Rivers, Synergy, and Vet
Yep.
all as one? Yeah, those are terrible.
hmm You can even go with like the Oakland County Coliseum, the only multi-purpose that's still being used.
You know what? I will give O.co because of the baseball field on the football field. That is unacceptable.
It's character. It is character, damn it, just like the
Bullshit.
sewer.
It ruined the baseball. Like I remember I had this neighbor in Alabama. He's like, my dad says that's real disrespectful to the baseball field.
And
Right.
one more for Slipknot or Metallica for Super Bowl 54 halftime. That's easy.
Yeah, I gotta go with Metallica. Slipknot can't
Metallica put on
fly
a good
all.
show.
Yeah, how is Slipknot gonna fly all those people out there? Right? Isn't
Yeah,
it
and
like
Slipknot, like, I don't know if the masks would work well with all the normies.
right? Aren't there 80 members of Slipknot? Right?
I have no idea.
I thought so. I don't know. All right.
All right.
Wow, we got a lot to go. Tucker White
They keep
94.
coming.
I know we're reading snapper chats from 9:33 and it's already 10. Okay. Exercise. What two teams from each American sports league would you relegate? Ooh. One must be based on past season and other based on long-term failure. So in the NFL, real easy for relegate the Lions and
Lions and Cardinals.
Cardinals. Yeah, Lions and Cardinals. In the MLB, I would have to relegate the Tigers right now and the Marlins just because they can't. They just suck. You know. What about
I
you?
would go with like the Marlins and probably the Rays just because of their decrepit stadium situation.
Yeah, yeah. You know, the Rays and the D-backs, the only teams in the MLB I think that have had the same ballpark in their entire history.
And Arizona's bitching they want a new ballpark too.
Yep. NHL, the Florida Panthers definitely, and the Arizona Coyotes need to be relegated for sure.
I would agree with those.
And then in the NBA, the Knicks.
I agree with that one. And I would probably say maybe the
Phoenix
Memphis
Sun-
Grizzlies.
Oh,
Or the Sacramento Kings.
the Kings, yeah. Seriously though, the Suns and the Kings probably, or the Grizzlies should go, or the Hornets. The Hornets might need to be relegated. All right, keep on reading.
Need more than one team, really. Jared Froman, Orioles versus Rays, Tank Series.
Oh, Royals, yeah.
That's definitely Tank
That
Series
is
and a
tank
beautiful ballpark.
all over it. Yeah, I know. Like it's sad that either one of those places have beautiful places to watch baseball, and they suck.
I feel like the Rays should just like trade stadiums with the Orioles and Pirates. It would make sense.
Yes. Beast of Metal Night. Why couldn't they ship like Turner Field to South Florida? Like they should have done that, or
They
Western
won't.
Florida. They should have sent it piece by piece like the London Bridge in fucking Arizona. Beast of Metal 1989 for $5. The 54, a one-off fourth entry from Rick Rare Racing. That's a tongue twister. Was supposed to be sponsored by Slayer, but it got killed and replaced by PODS of all things. Like
I think it's like a
iPods?
storage.
Oh,
Yeah, I got
pods.
like
Oh,
you
yeah.
see it like it just got slapped on there.
Portable on-demand storage. That's right. Pods. That sucks, man. I wanted Slayer to support a band.
I agree.
All right, next.
Yes, sir. Let's go for LA Superfly 94. Do you think the Rays moving to Montreal will be better for baseball? I can already picture the heated rivalries with the Jays, Yankees, and Red Sox. If the Rays aren't playing in the Olympic Stadium. That was a terrible stadium for baseball.
It already failed
And also,
once.
they have to be there full time.
It's kind of like, wasn't the point that they left, right? Like, it's not
Because
like
they didn't get
Cleveland-
ownership, they couldn't get a new
Right.
stadium, and they got fucked over at every turn.
It's not like a Cleveland Browns thing where just fucking what's his name Modell was just a fucking asshole. Like they left Montreal for good reason because no one was coming to the fucking games, you know. Like, and they got
Like
fucked
it
in
was
'94.
bad. Like it's
Yeah,
even worse than like it was like Marlins
yeah.
bad. May have been
It
worse.
was cavernous in that ballpark. Cavernous when they would play, and that ballpark is shit.
Yeah,
Shit.
they never recovered from '94.
Yep. Golf King, buck 99. I mean, I want Maple Leaf's legacy of failure. See, he had to spend an additional $2 to tell you that that's what he wanted. Uh
I
huh.
mean, it's a shame,
It is a
but it
shame.
should happen. I mean, the
It is.
problem is like I keep getting caught up on other shit before I get that. I feel like a lot of people want that. That's like the big request now that the
See,
Lions are done.
here's the thing though. You do that and they win the cup. They're gonna fucking win the
Oh,
cup.
of course. I mean, let's be real. I mean, well, to be fair, the Sharks will win the cup first, and then the Maple Leafs win the cup.
No, no,
That's the way I see it.
the Yotes are gonna win the cup for sure. I already told you, man.
Or the Wild.
The Wild, the Wild will never win a cup. Is there a never team? Is there a never team in sports that if someone was like, all right, if they win a championship in your lifetime, you have to be executed? Is there one team?
Arizona Cardinals.
I would say the Florida
Cardinals.
Panthers. I would be like, all right, if as long as the Panthers just continue to suck, I'm living. I'm above ground.
Yeah. I mean, I got saved by San Antonio Holmes, but hey.
Yeah, yeah. The Cardinals, yeah, probably. Probably. Or the Lions. I think the Lions is another one that's a pretty safe bet. Like imagine some rich white guy is like, I would give you $1 million a year, but if the Lions win a fucking Super Bowl, I get to chop your head off. You would be like, all right, I'll take it. Fuck it. All right, let's
Yeah.
do it. Let's do it. Beast of Metal 19. Oh, all right, no, you read this one.
Yep. Beast Mel 1989. Bring Me the Horizon is worse than either Creed or Nickelback. Chad Kroger's band could ever hope to be.
No,
I've never heard of them.
I've never heard them either, but the proper name for Nickelback is Mr. Avril Lavigne.
I always just call them mediocrity or meh.
Meh. You know what's worse than Nickelback though? Savage Garden. That's
Well,
worse.
Savage Garden was always corny as fuck.
They are terrible. Oh my gosh. Third Eye Blind or Savage Garden?
Ooh. Better band or worse band?
Worst band. Worst band.
I haven't really heard much of like either, but I gotta say Savage Garden.
Yeah, Savage Garden's terrible. But the funny thing about Third Eye Blind is the lead singer couldn't even sing. Like he's,
Huh.
anyways.
That's how most bands are. Like Red Hot Chili Peppers, the lead singer can't sing.
Yeah, yeah. Bono was supposed to be like a guitarist when he came, but he was just like he just showed up and started singing. And they're like, all right, well you can sing. Okay, you can be the lead singer.
Pretty much.
All right, Jacob E. Hunziger. Hey, what's up, Hunzi? How you been?
What up?
How's postgraduate life? You know, you're no longer a college student. You got to go out and get a fucking job. Pirates suck, and it's just getting more and more depressing. How long before Nutting trades Bell to save another buck? Wow, is he gonna do a dollar bill?
No, what's going to happen is nothing's going to change because Huntington and Hurdle do 2 years on their contract. I've been saying they've been shit since May. So they got insanely lucky throughout June and before the All-Star break, and then everything fell apart.
I tell you, if
And
Josh
it's funny
Bell,
because, like, I mean, our GM is like in massive damage control right now. Like, he's talking about how you're still in it, technically speaking. For 10,000 simulations for a 500 team, the winner would be like there was only 8 times you go 4-24. It's like, dude, why are you saying this? Stop. It's like, dude, you're just digging a deeper hole than you should be. Don't, man.
what's that? What's the guy from the Marvel universe? The Doctor, whatever his name is, that does the circles and shit. That's what the
Doctor Strange.
Yeah, Doctor Strange. That sounds like another Pornhub name. Like, I'm Doctor Strange. Always getting that new ass. Anyways, if Josh Bell doesn't finish his career as a pirate, that is probably going to be a huge criminal thing. You know.
He's not. He's a Scott Boras client.
Oh well.
There's no way he's going to stay a Pirates fan.
Yep.
The only reason why he's a Pirate is because they broke the bank and spent $5 million in a signing bonus.
Alex Moreno for a $1.99. Saints will underachieve. Rams will beat them. Ooh, that's some bold talk right there that the Saints are gonna achieve.
As I said, I felt like last year was their year, and they got.
Yeah. All right, you got this next one. We're getting close.
Yep.
Getting close to the
Gadzooks
end.
for 5. One more for tonight. Thanks for being great content makers and people.
Yep.
You too, man.
I believe Gadzooks gave me this. That's right.
We're the. I wouldn't call us great people. I mean, we're assholes, but
We are assholes.
We appreciate all you guys.
We try our best. That's it. We try
pretty much, and unfortunately, we probably come way short, but
we all fall short of the glory of the Jesus. That's what happens.
Oh, dude, I've been way short of that for a long time.
Yep.
That's all I'm gonna say.
We're all sinners. Anime Holotype. Thanks, by the way, Gadzooks. I appreciate it. I'm gonna put that $4.99 in the fucking swear jar. Anime Holotypes for €2. Thoughts on Cowboys contract with Zeke? Wow, it took us till 10:05 to talk about this. I think it's gonna end soon. I think right after training camp ends.
I think they're gonna pay up for Zeke because I mean he's the brand. But Melvin Gordon, different story because the Cowboys have been known to open the vaults. The Chargers are a notoriously cheap organization. I think Gordon's lasts a while.
Jerry Jones has been talking about that Pollard kid, man. He's
Zeke who?
Yeah. Zeke who? Zeke who? I've earned the right to joke about Zeke. I'm like, dude, you've earned the right to joke about fucking anybody. You're Jerry fucking Jones. Like, he does not need to defend that position at all.
So, he won a playoff game. Congratulations.
Yeah. But why would you pony up for a running back, though? Doesn't make any sense. I think Zeke just breaks because he's got no leverage. He's still got a whole year left on his deal. You know? Like, what the fuck is he think he's doing holding out now? He's being a dumbass. Anyways. Next one for you.
That it is fucking hell like that. I hate my browser.
Oh,
reload this shit again because because I tried to do something and it did something else. It's
I would say the Snapchat system though
is kind of weird. 7037. Any thoughts on the FIBA Basketball World Cup? The U.S. team has nobody on it.
Yeah, it's all
they're playing Miles Plumlee, and they got rejected. Really? I think by Julius Randle and Thaddeus.
I just want to see an all-out Filipino brawl. That's what I want to see in the FIBA World Cup. I want to see the entire crowd get into it, like some fucking Japanese parliament type shit just happening on the court. That's what I want to see.
What you need is to get HW out of the grave and to puke on the Japanese prime minister. That's what needs to happen.
That's right. I love how there's fights in other parliaments. Like some guy just fucking just whacks another politician in the head because he's pissed off at him. You know, he's like, "Fuck you." Fuck you and your stand. Like, how could you care so much? But I guess maybe if someone's stealing from you, you know, we're trying to take food off your table, you would probably hit him with a cane. Or kill him. LA Superfly 94. I had to say that, Superfly. Would you say the Astros are underachieving after the series against the A's? I don't know how you can say a team that's pretty much running away with the division is.
Yeah, the problem is they were playing a bunch of weird guys. They were playing not their best starters.
Yeah,
so once they get their three best in there with Miley as an emergency guy, they'll be fine.
But I would not put this out of the realm of possibility. 8 games is not an insurmountable lead. You know. They could blow that. You could blow that. The Mets did it a couple years ago.
And I do have an update. The Cubs blew a big lead yet again. Why am I not surprised?
Because the Cubs...
And it tied itself.
Yep. The Cubs are
Cubs.
Very much underachieving this year.
They're pretty much.
All right, let's go to the play-by-play. Let's see what the Mets do in the 9th inning here.
They are tied at 2. Right now, the Phillies are winning, and the Braves have won. So you need to win to keep pace.
Yeah, Toddy Frazier.
Cleveland needs it too because Minnesota lost, and they need to get 2 games back behind them again.
Yeah. Well,
both of these guys need this to aim like a fly on shit.
Yeah.
In the meantime, let's keep this going. Let's keep the trainer rolling here. Alan Fink. This is our first timer, I want to say. Welcome, brother. Raiders and Steelers don't play together this year. Ooh. Little League World Series in full swing. Pun intended. My Bengals are still the Bengals. O's will give up 300-plus home runs per season. 5 points vids equals 0% chill.
None whatsoever.
No, you gotta have the 0% chill. And the Bungles are the Bungles.
It's 100% sports, 0% chill. Uh-oh, I just got a notification. Did Todd Frazier hit a home run? No.
I don't think.
He did
We'll
not.
see.
South
Yeah.
Riding, Virginia is from is like a suburb in Northern Virginia, and they're in the finals or whatever. So they're representing. And then a couple of years ago, my neighbor, his kid played in the Little League World Series, and I had no idea. Like he's so humble and like is not a braggart at all. And his kid got a hit in the Little League World Series, and like
Nice.
they didn't brag or say anything about it. You know, they didn't paint their house like off to Williamsport. You know, like they're just such good people. Like,
Yeah, my mom
yeah,
would be like that. She
yeah.
would be like, oh, she'd like paint it all over the place
Oh,
that
she'd
I'm
be like,
doing something like
Stevie,
this.
little
No.
Stevie's going to the Williamsport. He's going to the
Little
Williamsport.
Stevie's going to, I don't know where else he's going.
And
Probably
there's
he's
you with
going to
your,
Hamilton.
and you're just the team manager
He's a
because you can't.
growing boy.
Yes, he's growing. Uh-oh, in play. Oh, it's an out. So 2 outs now in the bottom of the ninth. And who's up? Juan
That's you,
Lagares.
sir. Johnny Walker
Oh,
show.
oh, Johnny Walker Show. The good show, guys. That's right. Thank you for $1.99. I appreciate it. I'll just read the next one because that was kind of just a statement, not a question. Hunziker doesn't want us to sign off. He just wants to continue to give us money. He must have a job now. That's what it is. He must be working.
Perhaps.
Tell us what you're doing
Rich
for a living
people.
with your
People in their
with
jobs.
with your college degree. Connor Thompson, question: Inter Miami MLS field was canceled due to 2 toxics. Should they take Marlins Park? I don't know if a pitch can fit in Marlins Park. Like, it's baseball only. But what did they find underneath this Miami field? Fucking Jimmy Hoffa's rotting corpse? The fuck?
Probably.
What is going on in Miami? I don't know. I'm not sure if a pitch can fit in that disaster, but it would probably be the most attended game all year in fucking Marlins Park if they played a game there.
Oh yeah, I mean, besides the opening day
Yeah.
of like the first stadium game.
Lagares is down
stadium.
0-2. I think we're going into extra innings here.
Oh,
All right.
the extras.
Free baseball.
It's a base hit.
Oh,
Got a runner first.
oh, Lagares got on. Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
Got on. Just went under the fielder.
All right, these next 3 are you, all you.
Yep.
All right, read
Jacob
all the hundreds.
Hunziker, the marathon session. Raleigh. We're back. We're good again. Please come to our game. Did the Hurricanes improve from last year, or was it a fluke? I can see them improving if they get decent goaltending.
He was trying.
Plus, they have a young core of prospects that are coming up from Charlotte. So I think they'll be okay in that regard.
He was trying to trick you into doing Hurricanes, man. Was what he
Yeah, the problem is, like, my voice is kind of, like, hurting or whatever.
Too much.
I mean, I could probably do it now, but it's just like I had to do a lot of vocals earlier today, and I was.
So that's how you got that new sponsorship, huh?
Yeah, that too.
Right.
I mean, it's
it's
had a hard time clearing out.
You don't imagine what I had to do to get Manscaped back.
Pretty much. Post-graduation has been without direction. Struggling to figure out where to start when it comes to making inroads in the broadcasting world. I'm shadowing Penguins broadcasters on October 8th. I mean, I had the same issues when I was in college. You know, first few months, I'd be like, okay, what the hell do I do? Because you have your life dictated to you now. It's, okay, you're on your own. Bye.
I struggle. It's weird because, like, yeah, you just graduate and you're like, fuck. You get that same helpless feeling that you did your first night in college. Happens at the end, just much different. Like, you're like, oh my gosh, like, I have to go out and get a fucking job. It's not, I'm all alone at some strange place, you know. But maybe who's he gonna shadow? Maybe he should get in a good word for the dumpster fire. Just be like, hey, can you guys make Don Cherry's head explode next week?
I don't know if they can do that. But otherwise, it's going to be, it continues. Against the Jets, and I'll be handing out resumes. I'm praying that leads to something. Any ideas, advice?
Blowjobs.
Broadcasting is who you know. I mean, that's the unfortunate reality of it. It's not your skills. It's your networking ability and how you can relate to the other broadcasters.
Yeah. You got to really want that field. That's the only advice that I can give you.
Yeah, I mean, I tried, but unfortunately, like it's like I
Mhm.
didn't really have any
You better
luck. And I mean, not luck, but it's just like my networking
Mhm.
skills are
Yep.
garbage.
Better practice on a shake weight for that
Yeah, I didn't.
industry.
I wasn't into the
Hmm.
getting on the knees thing.
Yeah.
So
You got to kiss a lot of
that, that's
ass,
that's
get a lot
that's
of coffee.
graduation though.
Yeah, I don't know. So when I graduated, I became a graphic designer. I had experience in web design, but in that year, the whole .com bubble burst, and then I was a graphic designer for like 2 years, and I was okay at it. But that was my first job, making $32,000 a year.
Oh,
So,
the Cubs blew it.
oh, the Cubs blew it.
Yay! Fuck the Cubbies.
Fuck
Fuck
the
the
Cubs.
Cubbies.
No
But
Cubs, no.
yes.
No Cubs,
But
no.
yeah, I was looking for work at the time. I had just started like working in the restaurant industry. I figured it'd be temporary. I'd find a job somewhere along the line, and it
Right?
turned out to be 8 years off and on. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That's what I figured it was when I started dating my wife. I thought it would be temporary, and now we have 2 kids
yeah, and you're pumping out babies.
yep. And then, you know, going to Mexico and shit. All
I
right. I think we made it. I think we made it
think
through the
we did.
show. No Cubs, no. No
Uh,
Cubs, no. You should put that on
the Cubs
iTunes.
choking always puts a smile on my face
It
because I was
should.
at the game last Friday when they blew it thanks to their shit bullpen.
Wait a minute.
Put
It's
a little
only
smile
top
on
of
my
the
face, even though
sixth.
every win for the Pirates is the worst thing to happen to them.
It's only top of the sixth. The Giants, they could win this again. Oh, now it's
They're
nine
up
seven.
nine to
Oh
seven.
no.
That's what I
Oh, my
said.
feed is late. My feed is late. See, I pay for the gig internet, and it's already late. Hmm.
I'm hosting
You
streams, so
blew
like that's
it.
why I'm looking.
You blew it.
Oh, they blew it
Yeah,
hard.
they blew it hot. All
It's
right.
good.
We made it through a show. We're alive. And thank you
We're shocking.
so much, everyone, for
Definitely. Thank you
contributing
guys.
both yesterday and today. That's what we should do. We should announce the stream the day before and then do a dick tease and say that um, the
We
power
can
went
be like
out.
Twitch thoughts,
Right.
like give us $50 and we'll do squats for the
Right.
camera.
Right. 1,000 likes and we go live. Right. Yeah. I
two hundred
still,
dollars, you get the man buns.
no, I wear a male romper. $200.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. These
Yes.
should become Twitch thoughts or on Mixer now. That's where we should go.
Yeah,
Because
that's
that's
where
where
all the
ninja,
cool kids are going,
that's
or
where
D
ninja
Live,
is.
and then we get banned for criticizing China.
Is that a Chinese website?
Yeah, I think it's based out of China.
Oh, that's their Chinese Twitch.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Chinese streaming site.
Oh, okay. I would say something. I don't have a joke for that. Like I would be like, "Oh, is it just censored like completely? Like is everything redacted on that site?" Uh-huh.
Well, the thing is, you don't talk about like certain events, or else they come to your house and
Right,
you
right. If
get
you talk about the
unhosted.
protests in Hong Kong, they'll just come to your house and re-educate you on the
Yeah,
spot.
it's also certain, certain other undesirable things in terms of the Chinese government.
Yeah. Yeah. I was shocked at in Mexico that there wasn't as many Chinese tourists. A lot of Australians, a lot of Brits were there. A lot of, local Mexicans, like just like staying at the resort, and of course, obnoxious Americans.
Oh,
Um,
there's probably tons of obnoxious
you
Americans,
know,
probably
as
like
an American,
legit millennial
yeah,
fuckers.
as an American, I hate going places and seeing Americans just fucking act like fucking Americans, and I'm just like, that's why people hate us, right? That's why we got a
Well, you
line.
can go that to any vacation spot, even in America, and you'll find annoying ass Americans.
Yeah, pretty much. Even here in Williamsburg, Virginia, happens. All right. Do you have any final thoughts? Thanks, everyone. Thanks to the mods. Thanks to Dodger of Zion, Nick
Mm-hmm.
Man, Beast of Metal, 1989, Oshawott Man, I saw in was there, and happy birthday to Tie Fighter, and of course Dodger of Zion, of course the moderator, and everyone check her stream out if you want to see some. What's she doing tonight with
I'm not
the
sure. I think she put up a poll, but I'm not sure what she's.
Oh, she's playing some games tonight. That's right. And then I
Vidya.
think, what day is it that we're gonna be on the stream with her?
I forget. Is it this Saturday?
Uh-oh. I might have to talk about that.
Yeah, I think I may have to too. I think I'm with.
I can do
I need to double
Sunday.
check. I think my girl's coming over that. We might
Yeah.
be going to a Pirates game.
All right. Anyways, all right, we're signing off. Thank you so much for joining the show. And I'm 5 Points Vids, and you made it to the end of another fucking dumpster fire that maintained power the whole time.
Shockingly, yes. We're making progress.
Yes.